What we'd realised is it was kind of like a giant orgy. It was a giant homosexual orgy alley. And that's fine. Like, I got no problems with them having an alley where they have an orgy.
So why is 10,000 people coming down this
I don't know.
The vortex.
Or were they following you to the noodle shop?
It's Thailand, and some weird shit happens in Thailand. And good on them for having an orgy. But you don't want to be a 6 foot tall white guy walking through that because people think you're fair game. But the story that I'll tell is that this was a shoot that Colin and I did over in Thailand. We're in Bangkok. So Cole was making a show, and I came over for like a month to kind of help out. And we're embedded. We're allowed to talk about it, aren't we? We're embedded.
Yeah, we can talk about it.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
So it's always confusing because you don't know what's still confidential, but the show's out, so it doesn't matter. So we were embedded in the Australian embassy over there. So people would come in and they would have their passport lost, or they'd been beat up, or they've got drunk and in trouble with the police, and we'd kind of work from the point that they walk in back to solve the problem or get them home safely or get them out of trouble with the police. So really cool show to be a part of, especially in Bangkok, because a lot of Australians go there and cause some shit.
Especially a lot of Australians.
Yeah, Australians. So if it's like our cheap, I don't know what the equivalent is in America, probably going down to Mexico.
Yeah.
Cancun or something like that, and just going wild. But that's that's Thailand for the Australians. So we go over there, and people, drunk bogans, go and get wild. So we're there filming that show, and there's every year there is a
Songkran.
Songkran is it's a 5-day water fight festival.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly how many days. It felt like forever, and it was so annoying because we had all the camera gear, and you couldn't walk outside the hotel with your camera in your hand because someone would hit you with a water pistol or throw a bucket of water at you.
Yeah, so what it is, the whole city of Bangkok, and I don't know, is it a nationwide thing over there in Thailand?
Yeah.
So it's a nationwide Songkran, it's called. So it's a nationwide water fight for 5 days. So they go, right, this 5 days. It might be a long weekend. They go, it's 3 days.
It's literally they fill the streets. So the busy streets of Bangkok, like in the main city centre, get blocked off, and it's a sea of people. It's like being at a music festival. Where you can't
in the
move.
whole country.
Yeah, and there's just water fights everywhere.
So it's actually pretty funny because what you do, like every little corner store there sells like giant water pistols and stuff. So you go there, you buy them, and it's on day and night. You could be walking to the shops and then 10 people walk up to you and just blast you.
Yeah.
And so it's hilarious to we obviously got right into it, went to the shops, bought the best guns we can get.
Oh, we were doing a thing where I was climbing a tree. I would have been like 2 stories high in the tree. This is on a day off when we weren't shooting. 2 stories high in a tree, and you and a friend of ours, Sandra, would distract them and step out and ask them a question to distract them, and then I just pepper them from the top.
But you could get anyone, like the lady walking her kids to school.
Yeah.
And you
This is all fair game.
Fair game. You drive past in a little tuk-tuk. You pay the tuk-tuk driver to drive around.
Yeah.
And you just blast them. We were the drunk Australian bogan just going, hey, happy Songkran.
Everyone would have fucking hated us. They would have hated us.
But they got so pissed off. But then they also had to accept it. They're like, you got me. You got me. I'm going to a wedding and I'm in my wedding dress. But you got me. Thanks very much. So and it's always really tough when it gets done back to you because you're there. And then you walk out and you're not expecting it. You've got your sandwich. You walk out of the shop and then someone just blasts you and they're laughing at you and they're like, "Ah, gotcha!" And you're just like, "Was that piss? What was in that water pistol? I'm not going to eat this sandwich." So it's frustrating as hell. So anyway, and then it culminates on one night, like the big Saturday night is the big. Everyone going in the streets. The water fight is on. You are going to get drenched.
It's so good because I know exactly where this whole story is going.
So we go, yep, let's make a night of it. We're not working early the next morning because it was 7 days a week kind of shoot as they always are. We're not working there next morning. Let's go out and have a night of it. So we went out. We're all dressed up, Larry. I don't know if we had face paint on, but
you know what? There's a photo on Facebook. Pull it up now. That's what it looked like. Well, that's for you to get the photo up when you edit.
Right. Oh, right. Oh,
you with me?
See, you're editing. Like, I'm not keeping
come on.
Jeez.
Stay with me.
You must be a filmmaker.
Yeah, I was going to say, you can tell he spent more time in the field than in post.
Jeez. Okay, so there's the photo.
You study it closely.
Yeah, study it closely. 100% not going to put that photo. And then so we're out on the town. We're having a good time. Like it's big festival kind of thing. You're in the main street there is packed full of people. It's like a big music festival. You're walking around spraying people.
Literally tens of thousands of people.
Oh, yeah.
All having a big mega
water
fight.
fight. Everyone's drinking on the street.
Yeah.
You're drinking Bing Tang and having a good time. And
we were with Sandra.
Bintang, isn't it?
Sandra.
Balinese?
We were with...
Yeah, it's probably the wrong country, but we were drinking cheap Asian beer.
Yeah. Anyway, we're drinking beer, lots of it. But we were with Sandra, and Sandra was hungry.
Oh, we were all hungry.
We were all hungry, and Sandra was hungry, and she said to us, let's go see what we can find. So we went to the edge of this crossing, this big intersection.
Well, what there is, like there's the main street, and when you're looking for food, the main street's got like the big fancy shops on it, and all the little side streets is where all the, the stalls and stuff
good
on.
Street food is.
Yeah, you want good street food, you get some like Thai noodles or something over there, and it's just delicious. So we go, well, let's find, like, we're all hungry, being water fight, we've been drinking, we've been having a good time. Let's go to the next kind of cross street, go down there, and they'll just find a little old lady selling noodles or something, and we'll smash a big food.
Sandra specifically wanted noodles, and that's a very important plot point in the story, right?
Well, it definitely leads to the naming of the story. So we're walking along. All right, there's our next kind of alley up there. Let's go down there. So we start walking closer to this alley, and then it becomes like a bit of a vortex.
Yeah, we get stuck.
Well, everyone starts kind of moving into this.
Alley.
Into this alley. So, there's a lot of people heading the same direction. So you can't just turn around and go the other way. So we're like, okay, cool. We'll get down this alley. We'll find something. We're going in this alley. And then it starts getting really tight in this alley. And it's really, really tight in there.
You're stuck going one way. You can't
stuck.
really turn around. You're stuck because everyone's pushing against you. You can't branch out. And it's like, all right, so we're full blown. We have to go to the end of the alley.
There's one trail of people weaving through all these other people.
Like a funnel, sort of.
Like
thing.
a funnel, yeah. So we're funneled into this alley, which is fine because we're going that way to get
We want noodles in the alley.
And then I go, oh, shit, someone just tried to pickpocket me. But they didn't grab my wallet because I didn't know, like I had my wallet tucked somewhere else. They grabbed the family jewels by accident. And I go, oh, okay, all right. They're trying to, guys, be careful.
And then
be careful. Like there's a few pickpockets because we're in close quarters pushing our way through.
And I start feeling a few pickpockets.
Yeah.
If you want to call them pickpockets.
And then the pickpocket went for it again, grabbed the family jewels for a second time.
Is it a bit harder this time?
Yeah,
a bit softer?
yeah. And then, so we're walking along and I'm just going, oh, this is a bit weird. Like, what's going on? Then the butt gets a bit of a grab. And this is where the story gets dark as shit.
This is where things get real.
Yeah, this is where... So, the thing about being in Asia and being a 6'4" really pale white guy with a big nose is you stand out. You stand out like all buggers. So I'm a foot taller than everyone, and I'm looking around, and I've realised I'm stuck in this thing. They're not trying to pickpocket me. They're going for the family jewels every time. I'm getting a little bit of a grope in here. I can't do anything about it. I'm just walking this line.
You're in this funnel.
I'm in this vortex.
Jammed in.
He's a big man. I wonder how big he's...
Yeah.
Well,
is it true what they say?
Yeah.
The
Pale 6 foot.
The dead giveaway, and not to steal your thunder, but I think we saw the same thing at the same time. Was over on one of these side stalls, a big Thai man lifting up a little Asian man and just holding him up high and then just burying his face into his ass.
So this...
And it was just...
You heard it right.
Yeah, dark, you said something?
Yeah,
shit. It gets dark.
And so we just put our heads down. We're like, we got to get the fuck out of this alley straight away.
What we'd realised is it was kind of like a giant orgy. It was a giant homosexual orgy alley. And that's fine. Like, I got no problems with them having an alley where they have an orgy.
So why is 10,000 people coming down this
I don't know.
The vortex.
Or were they following you to the noodle shop?
It's Thailand, and some weird shit happens in Thailand. And good on them for having an orgy. But you don't want to be a 6 foot tall white guy walking through that because people think you're fair game. And it would have been a 50-50 ratio of people in there. 50% of them were banging in some way, and 50% were just having a drink and just like a chat. So they were getting ready to do that. So we're stuck in this vortex. We can't turn around. There's just this kind of giant orgy going on around. People are grabbing me non-stop. I'm walking, like doing karate chops as I walk.
And the funny thing was too is that we had Sandra in the middle of us as well. So you're at the front, I was at the back, Sandra's in the middle. And Sandra's quite an attractive German lady. I don't know why matters that she's German, but she's a little bit German and she's quite an attractive lady. She wasn't getting touched.
Wasn't getting
touched.
Yeah.
We had hands coming everywhere, so we're just head down. Let's just get the hell out of this alley. We'll make it to the end. Everything will be sweet.
And she's nice and short too, so she's not seeing over the crowd. She's not seeing past a couple of people like talking here to see the wider vision of
to her. It's like noodles. I'm just
yeah,
noodles.
well, hey guys, we're coming to Noodles.
Yeah,
Don't get pickpocketed. And so
Everyone's fully clothed at this stage?
No,
not everyone's fully
mate.
clothed. No,
Didn't the naked people give it away?
no, because they were
You
tucked
can't
at the
see
back.
them. You can't see them because the crowd is here.
The crowd
You are jammed in like you're at the front of trying to get to Oasis when you're 18. You know, like you are jammed in. You couldn't see them until they're right on top of you.
Yeah,
Oh,
and then you didn't see it until you're right in there. And then, sure, there was a few tables with people going at it, like they were a bit higher, that once you got down the alley, you realised that they were putting some things on show as well. People still water fighting, so you're getting sprayed with the stuff. Which makes it
water. Are you sure it was water?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. So anyway, it felt like we could have been in there. Like, it was an uncomfortable situation for me. I'm sure those guys were having a great time. Good on them.
Were you aroused at all?
A little.
Is that why it was uncomfortable?
That is a very important question.
Yeah, I was a little bit around. I don't know why I had to take my pants off. I just thought it was an appropriate thing to do.
Easier access, like just make it
Exactly.
get out there quicker, slide through the crowd.
Yeah, so we've got to get through. We have to get through to the end.
Because we still
want
want freaking noodles. So like this.
I wasn't thinking about noodles.
Was there
at the time.
noodles at the end of this
No,
time?
I was thinking about. I was just thinking about getting out.
So we pushed through, and it could have. It felt like we were there for hours, but it was probably like 2 minutes to keep pushing through this crowd, getting groped, karate chopping people. Get to the end, it's a dead end street. Like it's closed off. There's a giant like fence, and so like there's a little like reprieve station where you can there's a little bit of breathing room down the end, but then the only way out
Back through Noodle Alley.
is to run back through Noodle Alley. That is it. That's all you can do is just go back through there and do it all again.
Was it like a temporary fence they'd put up, like here in
No.
Australia?
No,
You
I
can
don't
only
know.
drink
It's a proper
alcohol
gate.
in the fence, but you can
No.
only orgy inside the fence.
There's a proper gate.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And I would argue that him being a foot taller than everyone else, like he said,
should have
fucking seen the dead end. Should have seen it.
I was in
Instead of
my
being
water
slightly
slide
Enjoying
zone.
his.
And then I was
Water
just
fight,
looking down, just like going, right, like, keep your hand off my business, please.